Yeah, thank you. Children, do you know today you are very lucky, very distinguished, very learned. Two Lokohamdros are there. One of them is a Berkeley University professor. Other one is New York, our Staten Island Temple High Priest. Both of them are here. They're going to join with us, share whatever you are saying. They're going to maybe give us some good thoughts for you. Today, as I early mentioned, mostly we're going to use the Dhammapada. First of all, Father Day. Every children have to say your first name, first and last name loudly, because I'm so bad some name pronounce, especially Vietnamese. Some of our children are going to join with us. So Devdunu, please, now your turn.
Hello everyone, I'm Devdunu, and today I will be talking about a very special day that we get to celebrate. As many of you know, today, June 21st, is Father's Day. This day is designated to be the third day, Sunday in June every year. Our fathers, along with our mothers, are some of the most important and influential people in our lives. Our parents have unconditional love for us, and it is our duty to reciprocate those feelings to our parents. Our fathers especially work hard for us every day, whether that be working around the house, helping guide us to a successful path, or killing sleep to make money to support us. We know that our fathers love us with all their heart and will make any sacrifice for their children. They may not always receive recognition. We know they will always be there. In one of P.N. Hamid's books, there is a passage dedicated to fathers. I won't read the whole thing, but I will share some of my favorite parts. This is the first part. You worked long hours, traveled far from your home, and then returned, sometimes without recognition from your children. You withdrew and had a hard time showing how much you loved us all and loved me. I know you loved me. I know you love me now with all your heart. Your love and life brought me to life. As you can see, our fathers will give us anything. They'll give up anything for us, no matter the toll it will take on them. They care for us, love us, and support us. It is their providence that they bring onto us that we rely on, and they are the ones that will be there for us no matter what. Whether in person, mind, or spirit, alive or deceased, we must always carry out our fathers in our hearts, for they always have us. Many of you know the Pali chant that we say to our fathers. Uddikaro alingita chumitta pie puttakang rajamadang sabitam pitparang namama. Loosely, this chant represents our gratitude to our fathers for doing everything in their power and beyond to provide the best and most comfortable life possible. This shows how much our fathers care for us. So if your father is with you and lives with you, I urge you to thank them for everything they have done for you. Please show your gratitude. I would like to end with a final excerpt from Bhante P.N.'s book. For all the times you lent, a guiding hand, the times you picked me up when I fell, the pony rides on your lap, the debates between us to sharpen my mind, the loving support from you, from who you truly are, I want you to know I am home, surrounded by love, warmed by the fires of life, secure in the knowing of the sacred presence, and now I will never be alone again. This is because you never left me. You are always there as a loving guide. Thank you, dearest Dad. Thank you with all my heart. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Devdunu. We have a Barua. Where's the youngest Barua? Arun? Barua is there? No?
Nope,
Not yet, huh? Okay, then we're going to Aisha Pereira.
Hi everyone, my name is Aisha Pereira, and today I'll be talking to you about a couple short verses from the Dhammapada. First, I'll be saying the two verses, which are as follows. He who by good deeds covers the evil he has done, illuminates this world like the moon freed from the clouds. The second one is, by effort, by vigilance, by restraint, by control, let the wise person make an island for which the flood cannot overwhelm. The first verse is describing how any one person, no matter good or bad, can become the best versions of themselves by doing good things. This verse, the first and second line, is saying that one person who has done bad things can become a good person by doing good things. The third and fourth line is saying illuminates this world like the moon freed from the clouds. This is meaning that the wholesomeness in him shines like the moon. This can be shown through the story of Angulimala. A brief summary of the story is that Angulimala used to be known as a man named Ahimsaka, which means the innocent one. He was a student in college who far excelled his peers. His peers then became jealous because they realized they could not catch up to him and started making rumors about him having a relationship with his teacher's wife. The fact that no one believed him, not his teacher who thought of him as his own son, not his bride to be, not his family, and definitely not his closest friends. This led him into a mental frenzy, which is when he went and killed hundreds of innocent people, gaining the name Angulimala, or finger necklace. However, his life was completely changed when he met the Buddha, because he learned how to become a good person. The Buddha was able to explain to Angulimala that what he was doing was only bringing harm and fear into the world. If he actually wanted to do good, he would have to let go of those bad feelings. This way, the Buddha helped bring peace to Ahimsaka's fiery mind. When Ahimsaka was at peace, the Buddha invited him to join him at the monastery, and he quickly became a respected monk. As you can see from this story, Angulimala, a man who killed hundreds of people, was still able to clear his mind and find peace when he quit doing evil actions and replaced those with good actions. Additionally, this story shows that anybody, even if they are criminals, are able to achieve redemption. This shows that any and all can change their lives and achieve liberation. Self-realization or enlightenment can be achieved by any person because their past activities don't define them. The story of Angulimala teaches us that the possibility of enlightenment may be awakened even in the most extreme of circumstances, that people can and do change, and that people are best influenced by persuasion and above all love. This concludes the first verse. The second verse talks about how if one person is strong, smart, and has good control, he will not let the outside affect him. This is what is meant by making an island in which the flood cannot overtake. An island is one safe zone, and the flood is all your doubts, fears, negative thoughts in your mind. This is explaining how if one simply ignores all the negative and toxic things in their life, they will never fail. All in all, these two verses show that any person can overcome the challenges they face if they do good things in their life. Not only their lives, but the lives of the people they are near will benefit from them doing good things. Additionally, any person, no matter how bad they are or how bad their actions are, they can overcome it and become the best versions of themselves by doing good things in lieu of the bad and negative things they were doing before. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha. Then Ishan Samarasingh, where are you?
Hello, I'm Ishan Somersinger, and I'll be reading the poem Golden Chain of Love. I am a link in the golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends my happiness. May every link in the golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace.
Thank you, Shan. Anupistya Anubarua? Maybe not. Later on, John Charitas. Okay. Then we have a Vyani Kure. Dhyanikure, you're going to read Dhammapada.
Hi, my name is Diani, and Diani Kure, and I'm gonna be doing the poem Joy, Dhammapada verses 197, 198, 199. Live in joy and love, even among those who hate. Live in joy, even among the afflicted. Live in joy and peace, even among the troubled. Live in joy without possessions like the shining ones. Thank you.
Thank you. How about Jay?
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
This message is always live in joy, no matter who you are around or what your never mind circumstances are.
Okay, hi, my name is Jake Correa, and I'll be reading Anger in Dhammapada, verses 221, 222, and 223. Let go of anger. Let go of pride. When you are bound by nothing, you go beyond but sorrow. Anger is like a chariot careering wildly. He who curbs his anger is a true charioteer. Others merely hold the reins. With gentleness overcomes anger. With generosity overcomes meanness. With truth overcomes deceit. Speak the truth, give whatever you can, never be angry. These 3 steps will lead you into the presence of the gods. These verses tell us why anger is bad and how we can overcome it.
But
Hi, my name is Kai Kure, and I'll be reading Dhammapada verse 129, 130, and 131. All beings tremble before violence, all fear death, all love life. See yourself in others, then whom can you hurt? What harm can you do? He who seeks happiness by hurting those who seek happiness will never find happiness. For your brother is like you. He wants to be happy. Never harm him. And when you leave this life, you too will find happiness. The message behind this verse is to empathize and have compassion with others, as well as treat others the way you want to be treated. For we all want the same things in life.
thank you. Silnaharo, these 3 kids are our Amali's children.
Yeah, I could see Doctor.
Then next one going to have our Akashi Jayasingh, Amendra's son.
Is she there? Right.
Hi, I'm Akshay Jayasinghe, and I'll be reading Well-Spoken Words from Sanyutta Nilkaya, pages 449 through 450. Words that have 4 qualities are well-spoken, not ill-spoken, faultless, and not blamed by the wise. What for? Concerning this, one speaks words that are beautiful, not ugly. One speaks words.
Mandan download kargata. Thank you, Ani. Hari pumping on the Hari on the pumping.
Dhammajutu, I get sound. No. Yeah, please. I apologize. Please read again, please.
One speaks words that are right, not wrong. One speaks words that are kind and not cruel. One speaks words that are truthful, not false. This verse explains the 4 criteria for right speech.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please try to join other days also. Thank you. Then we have 2 young sisters. Of course, all they sang last time us very well. Mahavitana family. What is the Sadini and Sarah.
Good afternoon. My name is Sanani Marisanage, and I'm going to tell you about Father's Day. Our Father cares about us beyond our kings and queens, and He puts us in the throne. And what I mean is, beyond anyone in this world, the Father would put His kids on first to care. He would work for us every day and every night, and He will care about us first from all the world. So in conclusion, I want to wish you a happy Father's Day. Thank you.
Okay. Then thank you so much. Stephanie, you have to tell all your name, Vitana, first Vitanachi. Yeah, please, your turn.
Okay. My name is Steffi Vidanacci, and I will be reading Dhammapada verses 273, 274, and 275 of the Way. The way is eightfold. There are four truths. All virtue lies in detachment. The master has an open eye. This is the only way to the opening of the eye. Follow it. Outwit desire. Follow it to the end of sorrow. When I pulled out sorrow's shop, I showed you the way. It is you who must make the effort. The masters only point the way. But if you meditate and follow the law, you will free yourself from desire. Thank you.
Thank you. Then Skyla, now you have to read poem for us.
Originally, I was supposed to read a poem, but that ended up turning into a little bit of an essay, so I'll try to keep it short and simple. But it took me hours to even start writing this, and I've spent so much time thinking about all the memories and things I could write about. But the truth is, I could spend my entire lifetime thinking about...
Kindly slow down, please. We are Asian. We cannot understand your American style, please.
It took me hours to even start writing this, and I've spent so much time thinking about all the memories and the things to write about. But the truth is, I could spend my entire lifetime thinking about and being grateful for everything you've done for Nangi and I, but it will never add up to the time you and Amma have spent shaping our lives. Words will never be able to express how grateful I am for you and Amma. After thinking about this for a while, I've decided to share some of my favorite memories with you. One of the most important things that you've done for Nangi and I is that you've given us everything. I remember when we were little, you bought Nangi and I our first skateboard, the one with SpongeBob and Patrick. Eventually, that turned into a few more skateboards, along with my favorite, the Ripstick, and a bunch of other toys Nangi and I still use today. These still fill the backs of our cars. Not only have you given us these things, but I can promise you, if you and Amma didn't spend every single day yelling at me about my education, even when I had the best grades possible, I wouldn't have the grades that I have today. I have learned so much from just talking to you. Every day we have a conversation about something random. After school, I'd ask about anything from driving and random topics like two-headed snakes. I remember when you didn't work, you spent every Wednesday morning during late start in middle school with me. You'd take me to Zella to get boba with my friends, or to Vaughn's so I could go waste money on fake Thin Mints. The first time I drove in the parking lot of a Target, you kept yelling at me for braking way too hard. And now I get to see that again with Nangi. Every time I accomplish something new while I'm driving and start freaking out, you sarcastically laugh at me and ignore me. And every time you take a video of me when I drive, you always introduce me as Skylar. She's a new driver, still learning how to drive. As you can see, she doesn't even know how to park correctly. When I finally got a phone, whenever I could, I would text you and Amma during school. And one specific time, this happened. I said, "Hi parents, what's up?" And you said, "Can you please read something? You're wasting your time." And Amma said, "Don't use your phone unless it's an emergency." Eventually, we both agreed and told me that I would not get to use my phone for the rest of the week. Every time I have a nightmare and scream in my sleep, you still wake up no matter how tired you are and come check on me. When Nangi and I wake up in the middle of the night, all tired, and say, "Tata, vatragena," you get up no matter how tired you are and bring us water. When I have an asthma attack and I'm wheezing, or I sneeze literally 50 times in a row, or when my eyes get so red from allergies I can't keep them open, you always constantly worry and tell me to take my medicine, even though I always refuse to. Even if it's the middle of the night and you can hear me struggling to breathe, you'll bring me my medicine and you try to get me to take it. My favorite memories are when we ride the motorcycle. I remember one time when I was 8 years old, we had our old motorcycle and we both fell off of it. I thought I was super cool for finally getting a little injury. Thank you for everything you've done for us. And for fathers everywhere, thank you so much for sacrificing everything for your children. Happy Father's Day. And to my Tata, I love you. Happy Father's Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dhammayoti Handru, you think you are ready for Las Vegas children message, or later you want to?
හොඳයි නේද? මට දැන් පුළුවන් ප්ලේ කරන්න.
Okay.
Hi everyone. My sisters and I are going to sing a cover called Good Good Father by Chris Tomlin that is dedicated to Father's Day. To
නෑ
us,
සජිනි චුට්ටක් ඉන්න. සජිනි චුට්ටක් ඉන්න.
Sorry, we are this last second clearance. Damayut, if you are not ready, we can go to the other. Okay.
Today is Father's Day. We kids want to say thank you to our dads. Apache, you are my super hero. You are the best father in the whole world. I love you.
You keep us safe and support the family. We love you.
Father's Day, Abachi. I love you.
I'm thankful for you every day. I love you, Tati.
I love you, Abachi. Thanks for being our dad and having an amazing Father's Day because you deserve it.
Happy Father's Day. Thank you to all the fathers out there for what you do and all you continue to do.
And thanks for being such a great role model and motivating us.
And thank you so much for working so hard and inspiring us every day. Thank you. We love you and happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
You are my role model and superhero. Thanks for everything you have given to me. We are the luckiest girls to have a father like you. I love you, Apache.
I'd like to wish my dad a very happy Father's Day this year. Basically letting go of everything that you might have wanted and to sacrifice it all and to give that to your kids. That's something that I will never be able to repay.
Father's Day, Tata. Tata, berkarna Dewa, bumi studi, bumi.
Thank you, Jayasankar, sharing, sending us a little document. Thank you. Now, our Puli, where is so Puli? We want to listen to Dhamma. Now, listening so many things. Puli Vikramarachi, where are you?
Hello, guys. So I'm Upali, if you didn't know. And today I'll be talking about a poem in the Saga Vataga. I really hope I pronounced that right. The poem is of a conversation between a charioteer and the Lord of the Devas, Saka. As Saka was Lord of the Devas, he was revered by the 4 great kings and the 30 gods in the lower realms of the Devas. So naturally, the charioteer Matali wondered who Saka, the Lord of the Devas, worshipped. Saka went on to say that he worships those who are virtuous beings. and practices Buddhist ideals and principles with every aspect of their life. The main point of this poem is to point out that we must not worship those who hold frivolous titles or are in a higher class. We must worship those who are virtuous, despite their socioeconomic class. Saka, the Lord of the Devas, respects lay people who live their lives in a purely Buddhist and virtuous fashion, rather than someone who is higher up than him. Later in the poem, Matali, the charioteer, claims that he too will worship everyone who lives a virtuous life, despite their place in society. However, this begs the question, how can someone live a virtuous life? One method of achieving and following for a virtuous life is to follow the Noble Eightfold Path. So first, we must focus on the wisdom or panya category, which contains right view and right thought. A broad definition of right view is to see things as they are. This means that it's important for disciples to understand how the world works. Or in other words, we need to understand how nature and the core principles of Buddhism intersect. In order to practice right thought, we must be able to differentiate between wholesome and unwholesome thoughts. This is important because our thoughts are an indicator of who we truly are. The thoughts that run through our mind mold our personality. The next section of the Noble Eightfold Path is moral and ethical conduct, or sila. It is composed of right speech, right action, and right livelihood. We can undertake right speech by abstaining from false, slanderous, harsh, and idle speech. When speaking, we must tell the truth in a kind and compassionate manner. And in order to practice right action, we must not depart from following the 5 precepts. Instead of killing, stealing, lying, engaging in sexual misconduct, or intoxicating drinks and drugs, it is essential to engage in actions that benefit ourselves and others in a wholesome manner. To practice right livelihood, we must be employed in a profession that doesn't bring harm to us or to others. Some professions to avoid are being a weapon or drug dealer, or jobs that involve the slaughter of animals, for instance. In the last section of the Noble Eightfold Path is the mind or concentration level, which is also known as samadhi. It is composed of right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. To achieve right effort, we must put our energy into overcoming unwholesome wishes and desires and engage in wholesome actions. In order to achieve right mindfulness and concentration, we must be in the present and focus on one thing at a time with our full attention. By practicing the Noble Eightfold Path, we too can live a virtuous life that is respected by even the Lord of the Devas. Thank you.
Thank you. Me and also Yen, there are wonderful people supporting our temple and other most of temple from San Jose. Their children, are they here? Me?
Hi, Bante. You are here, Bante.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your young ladies, two young ladies and son name. Could you kindly yourself introduce and participate with us, please? Bante Sirenpala and Bante Kondanya also here.
Thank you, Bante. Kids, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Swan Mai Nguyen. I'm Yi Nguyen.
I'm Min Kang Nguyen.
I'm Ishan Nguyen.
And today we're going to be reading a passage from chapter 14 and 15 of the Dhammapada. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, the wise person should remove his or her impurities as a silversmith removes the impurities from silver. Focus not on the rudeness of others, not on what they've done or left undone, but on what you have done and haven't done for yourself.
Even if children carry on the right shoulder, mother, and on the left shoulder, father, fulfilling all their parents' needs for 100 years, they still cannot compensate for the debt that they owe their parents.
Thank you so much. And next time, Minnie, you can join with us also. Okay, thank you. Then we all of you finished, right? Then we have Hashin. Silla Hashin. Yeah, you Hashin.
My name is Haswin and
Ashwin. Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Oh, your brother too. Also, tell your name also.
Nasrin.
Netmin, okay.
Okay. Why do you do now what you will regret later? Why bring future tears upon yourself? Do only what you're sure you will not regret, and you will always be filled with joy. So wake up, reflect, and watch, work, and care. Live the way, and the light will grow in you. The basic meaning of these phrases is to be aware of your actions so you won't make regrets later. Having the ability to control your actions, thoughts, and emotions will be vital to gain happiness. All actions have consequences. They can be good or bad. An example of that would be if someone killed someone else for revenge. Because of that action, you'll live the rest of your life in constant fear you'll be killed. But if you do things you won't regret, you will live a joyful and fulfilling life. Thank you.
Thank you. Sanduni Rajapaksa.
Hi everyone, my name is Sandhini Rajapaksa and I will be explaining the ideas presented in the Bhaddhakaratta Sutta. The sutta, A Single Excellent Day, explains the benefit and necessity of living in the present moment. This is nothing new to most of us. The present moment is where we find peace. It is the sole purpose of meditation. We sit in one place and try to concentrate on the now. A common misconception of bhavana is that it only counts if you sit in one place and meditate. However, we can practice bhavana even when we're not sitting in one spot. To live in the now means to live consciously, to fully experience ourselves and our surroundings without redundant thoughts and other distractions. While we eat, we can concentrate on eating. While we brush our teeth, we can concentrate on that. It can go for anything, as long as you are concentrated and in the present moment of whatever task you are trying to fulfill. When we are in the now, we are either in a thoughtless state, abiding pure consciousness or presence, or we are consciously thinking or doing an action. That thinking or action is not redundant, but fully conscious and purposeful. The sutta also elaborates that one shall not be attached to the past or relive the past. If one dwells in the past, they can miss out on many future opportunities. Dwelling on the past wastes time, as there is nothing we can do about what has already happened. The past remains in the past. There's no time machine that can fix it. And even if there was, a change in the past can create another problem. So the best thing to do is stay in the present and let go of the past. Just as bad as it is to stay in the past, it is also bad to look too far ahead in the future. We shouldn't be daydreaming of the future all the time. Yes, it's okay to plan the future, but it's not okay to be so indulged in our hopes for the future that we miss out on the present moment. When we daydream, we are lost in an imaginary future. Looking too far ahead can breed and culture fear. We are never certain of what will happen in the future, which can scare us. We are scared of the unknown. It is in our nature as humans to be afraid of what we don't know. Fear of the future leads us to stress, but we can calm our nerves and handle all the stressors that come from our worries by remaining in the present moment. The unnecessary wandering drains huge amounts of energy out of us. It distracts us from an action appropriate for the situation in which we are at that very moment. All of these ideas are addressed with the last two parts of the Noble Eightfold Path, which are Sammasati and Sammasamadhi. That translates to right concentration and right mindfulness. When you build the habit of living in the now, you automatically have the ability to be mindful and concentrate. Living in the present gradually liberates us from all unnecessary burdens and allows us to live in the most efficient yet peaceful way. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Then we need now Yenuli Vijay Singh, right? Vijay Tunga.
Sure. Hello everyone, my name is Januli Vijaytunga and today I'm going to be explaining about a quote of the Gautama Buddha. This quote is, "Speak the truth, give whatever you can, never be angry. These three practices will lead you into the presence of the gods." Speak the truth simply means to not tell lies. Always speak truthful, because it'll lead you in a better way than when you tell lies. Give whatever you can. This also relates to Danaparamita. Danaparamita means that you can give whatever you can to the Buddha, either if it's just one tiny crumb of biscuit, that's always fine, because you're at least giving something to the Buddha. Give whatever you can to the people that need it the most. Never be angry. You should never be aggressive and angry to parents and adults that worship you. Also your relatives. You should never be angry to them. As in the quote says, these 3 practices will lead you into the presence of the God.
Thank you. Then we have Nishansha Kure. Nishansha Kure.
Sasha Kure?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sasha Kure, and I'm going to be doing the Dhammapada verse 5 and the Dhammapada verse 256 and 7. Hatred never ceases through hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone does hatred cease. This is law internal. If you determine your course with force or speed, you miss the way of law. Quietly consider what is right and what is wrong, receiving all opinions equally, without haste, wisely observe the law.
Thank you. Now we yeah. Did you finish? Not yet, eh?
I finished.
Okay. Now, thank you. Now we have another devotees who helping all of our temples. Again, our Vietnamese committee. His children going to Brian, Kaylee and Kiloy. Could you kindly pronounce your name? I'm so sorry. And
hi, Bante. Brian, Bante, and Kaylee, and then Chloe. Here.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're going to read the Dharma message of yourself. Love yourself and watch, today, tomorrow, always. First, establish yourself in the way, then teach, and so defeat sorrow.
To straighten the crooked, you must first do a harder thing, straighten yourself. You are your only master. Who else? Subdue yourself and discover your mastery.
Okay, so this message emphasizes that in order to do good things and to correct bad things, you have to take care of yourself and love yourself first.
Thank you so much. Next time you're going to share more than some thoughts. Thank you. You are wonderful. Then we have our J. Paulson children. I believe they are not today. They're going to have J. Your children are here. Lee and well, no, maybe not. Not today. Next week. Ramitu Silva.
So the Dhammapada verses I had were 160 and 167, and they are oneself is one's own protector. What other protector can there be? With oneself fully controlled, one obtains a protection which is hard to gain. And the second verse is, do not follow mean things, do not dwell in negligence, do not embrace false views. Be watchful, be not heedless, follow the law of virtue.
Thank you. Then we Umanda Perra.
Hi, my name is Amanda Pereira, and I will be reading the verses 36 and 166 of the Dhammapada. Let the discerning person guard the mind, so difficult to detect and extremely subtle. Seizing whatever it desires, a guarded mind brings happiness. Let one not neglect one's own welfare for the sake of another, however great. Clearly understanding one's own welfare, let one be intent upon the good. Thank you.
Thank you. We have again Gayan Kodagoda, Kisara Kodagoda, Yalinit Kodagoda. Please pronounce your name yourself and started. This is our Kaushika's children. And please, where are they?
Right.
Yeah, start.
Right. Hi, my name is Gana Kodagoda, and then I would be telling you guys a poem. The wise harm no one, their masters, their bodies, and they go to the boundless country. They go beyond sorrow. Those who seek perfection keep watch by day and night till all the stars vanish. Thank you.
Listen, Atula, this is not new. It is an old saying. They blame you for being silent. They blame you when you talk too much, and when you talk too little. Whatever you do, they blame you. The world always finds a way to praise and a way to blame. It always has and it always will. But who dares blame the man whom the wise continually praise, whose life is virtuous and wise, who shines like a coin of pure gold? Even the gods praise him, even Brahma praise him.
Hi, my name is Yoliti, and I'm going to be training you guys a poem. The winner shows hatred because the losers suffer. Let's go of winning and losing and find joy. There is no fire like passion, no crime like hatred, no sorrow like separation, no sickness like hunger, and no joy like the joy of freedom. Hold contentment and trust are your greatest position, and freedom your greatest joys. Look within, be still, free from fear and accident. Know the sweet joy of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I know all of you, our children, all of you want to say something to your father. All of your fathers are lovely, wonderful, good people, very devoted, dedicated. On behalf of all of you, anyone? Did I miss anyone except this? Now we're going to conclude with the beautiful songs. Veerasekara sisters, Sajini, Tarushi, and Gaini. Before that, anyone did I miss? Who are ever here is staying? If miss, please stand up, speak yourself. No? Now we're going to conclude. After that, two Bantes saying something to us. Now Veerasekara family, Veerasekara's three sisters. They are very famous singers.
Hi everyone, my name is Sajini.
My name is Tarushi. My name is Gagini.
And my sisters and I are going to sing a cover of a song called Good Good Father by Chris Tomlin that is dedicated to Father's Day. To us, every day is Father's Day, but today we celebrate our wonderful fathers, father figures and male mentors out there who have touched the lives of people out there. Be it your own kids, others' kids, your family, people you mentored, people you coached, and the world at large.
Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for being you. We appreciate your existence and the oftentimes silent but impactful role you have played in our lives. I hope you enjoy our cover.
That your praises would
Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Sajini and Tarushi and Gayani. Gayani is the youngest one. Tarushi is the person give us music also. Thank you so much. They will next week also going to sing a very beautiful song too. Today then our two venerable going to do each one maybe 5 to 7 minutes, some their thoughts and ideas, then advice. Venerable Kondanya first. He's not here?
He's there, he's there. All right, that's good.
I'm here.
Yes. What you want to say?
I don't think that we have to speak that long, but we're very happy that thank you for inviting us to be part of this presentations of the children. I think children are doing very well. Maybe they may be, as Buddhist children, they must be ready. There are some children who are very talking about live here and now. And it shows that they have read, that they prepared themselves. And preparation is important to do the presentations. So to share your understanding, not only with our own community, but all of you are, American Buddhists now. So American Buddhists must be really brave and share what Buddha is teaching with the other friends who are next to you. So they don't know, they are willing to learn, especially at this COVID, during this time, they are really searching what does peaceful religion is teaching, peaceful Dhamma is teaching to us. So maybe that's the opportunity that all of you have. So therefore that all of you who were reading from Dhammapada, maybe you can prepare a little bit more, perhaps add the story connected with that, you remember it. So with that, you can share the good thoughts of what Buddha taught, how to live here and happy. So that happy message, if you can share with them, they will be very happy to learn. It's not we are not sharing this thing to convert anybody, but it's very nice gift that we can share. We all like to be happy. Buddha taught us how to be happy. So happily live here, happily living as, family members, have, student of same school. So always, there are a lot of different ways that we can live with our friends together, and with having these, sharing these compassionate thoughts, especially Buddha's teaching is universal truth. There's nothing for us to prove, but if you can do right presentation, they will be very happy to be with you, share with you happily. Okay. So thank you very much for all the children doing your presentations. And it is nice that we see how much you are learning from Bhantes. And also you can be very happy that you are having very compassionate Bhantes, always ready to help you with the knowledge. If you have any questions, if you need any guidance, they're always there for you to ready with that compassionate thoughts to share with you and, helpful for you. So therefore, please reach out to them and talk to them. Ask all the questions you have. They're always happy. If children are asking questions, they're always happy to share their knowledge and share their, understanding. So therefore, feel free always to reach out to Bhantes. So thank you. I'm very happy to be part of your presentation.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you.
Venerable Sila Vimala, you want to say something too?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations to all the presenters, because all of you did very well. Some of you did extremely well in delivering the message, which is one of the most important thing. You had the good message, and some of you need to practice a little bit, but you are still very, very young, so we don't expect too much. This week, we are happy that two new families joined to your Sunday school program, Dharma school program. And one of them from San Jose, the other one is from San Diego, I think, Brian, no? And glad to hear all your talks. And very important thing that you did today compared to other days was going through the Dhammapada. Dhammapada is a book that is the most popular among all Buddhists in all over the world. And this time, maybe you are very lucky to go through it and pick your favorite verse from the Dhammapada, because Dhammapada has 423 verses. And you picked the most interesting for you, and that is very nice. But every Dhammapada verses are extremely useful. As Bhante Kondanya mentioned, once you know some of these things, even when you are having tea with your family or tea or party with your friend or something, there is an opportunity that you can bring this when somebody says something, and then you can say, oh, you know what Buddha said about this? This is what the Buddha said. And things like that you can do. And that is what all the well-learned monks do during the conversation, during giving talks, and, having some time with others. They bring these wonderful teachings of the Buddha up, and they discuss these things. And all of you read, most of you read some of the gathas in English, and read them well and try to understand the meaning a little bit more. And if you have the right book, under the verses, there's a little story, and read the story also, and then you can get a better idea of the verse that you just read. And I'm very happy for all of you. And just like Bhante said, Skylar, slow down and low down. Don't speak too fast. When you speak too fast, most people miss the point. So try to speak clearly and nicely. Last few weeks also, I found some of you speak a little too fast, and which is not very nice. And practicing voice is good, like Sajini and the kids, other two sisters. And so one day you will be like Sajini too, and very nice singing, Sajini. And thank you very much, all of you, and all the other people who talk about Eightfold Path is also very important, and you did a good job. And Eightfold Path is very important for you to understand, because that is what make you a Buddhist. That is how you live a Buddhist. Following these Dhammapada verses also make you a good Buddhist, but especially the Eightfold Path, read more and try to understand what is the meaning of those 8 links. And that is very nice that you selected that topic. And thank you very much, Bhante Piyananda and Bhante Dhammajyoti. Both of them and other monks are doing a good job during the corona. Instead of bringing you to the Dharma school, we are coming to your home. And I'm glad that I have been a part of your temple for a long time. And so thank you very much, Bhante Piyananda, and good job again. And we will be there again soon. Okay, thank you. Very nice seeing you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Venerable Sirs.
Thank you.
Children, finally, I have to say, because Venerable Kondanya mentioned very special thing, I have to little bit help what he said. You know, he said about this corona time, we have a lot of problem around the world. However, look at Sri Lanka, Thailand, Burma, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Bhutan, then again Taiwan, Hong Kong. Those all Buddhist countries compared to around the other world, Europe, America, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan. These, I early mentioned, all of Buddhist countries doing very well controlling corona. How? Number one is you
discipline.
Even though you believe or not, you know, in our all of temple have been chanting Ratana Sutta. It is very powerful sutta. As the results, less than that, I don't know scientifically how can prove it. This is we believe that. Another thing is, you know, all of Buddhist countries, doesn't matter people follow or not, in our genes, our body, our mind, all the time, sila, we call in, you explain to us, some of our students, sila samadhi panya, in a noble path, sila virtue. In other words, discipline. In the, that is a very, we call in a vinaya, it is very strongly prevention and protection we have in ourselves. That is true. Our governments also, Sri Lanka and other part of the government also try to make us disciplined. As a result, we could control some way compared to other Westerners. Therefore, every day try to join with your parents, do some chanting, worshiping to the Buddha, and observe the five precepts, chanting, little bit chanting, and protect yourself, protect our this nation too. Thank you so much. And now Venerable Somi sir going to teach parents class, and see you next week. Let your parents and friends and relatives, everybody, to watch the Dharma Vijaya Facebook. This program going to broadcast for our Dharma Vijaya Facebook. Thank you again. Have a wonderful, happy day. We, our monks, together we going to bless you. Bhavatu sabba mangalan rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddha bhavena sada tuti bhavantu.